We traced Tom Cruise's direct lineal descendants back to the early 1200s, and we think, in fact, we find the first glimpse of a cruise in 1176, one of Strongbow's knights, Augustino de Cruz, who witnesses a deed shortly before Strongbow's death. The cruises themselves are clearly visible in the records from the early 1200s, literally from the first decade in the 13th century. And it's from these cruises, these are direct lineal ancestors of Tom's. They held lands in Dublin, and they held lands in Dublin directly of the Crown. The lands of the Knoll, Gralla and Hollywood in North County Dublin, and they were in effect barons. They also made inroads into County Meath. The cruises of the Knoll are also the cruises of Cruisetown, and they maintained these estates right down to the 1600s. Patrick Russell Cruise married Teresa Johnson. She had very strong family connections with the New York elite for generations, including the Delancey family, for example. Delancey Street is still present there in New York City. The young couple then decide to settle in America, and I think it's precisely because they have these kind of close family contacts which they hope are going to actually help them. Patrick maintained his connections with Ireland. He owned approximately 500 acres in Westmeath. These lands were being set to tenants, and the revenues were collected by a middleman, a land agent. In 1843, the land agent, on his own volition, decided to throw the tenants off the land. Patrick Russell Cruise set sail, took a ship from New York to sail back to Ireland. And it's quite clear from his own records, it's quite clear from his own letters, that even before he sailed, he resolved that the most just resolution of this was to reinstate the tenants that had been thrown off the land by the land agent. As a measure of public thanks, the local clergy throw a public dinner in Clonmellon to thank Patrick Russell Cruise for his actions.